Salamaturan. We return, dear hearts, with more to say about the goings-on around you. Your world continues to reverberate to the final, fateful moves of a weighty, 13 millennia-long chess game. At this point, both sides are only a few moves away from checkmate. The strategy of the light is to lure the dark into a sense of false security and then pounce. At the moment of mate, a series of mortal blows will be applied to the last cabal, and shortly thereafter the dark is to be rendered harmless by the light for the duration of this eternity. Concurrent with this drama is the approaching manifestation of some significant developments, the prime one being the matter of establishing a new global banking system. Before Switzerland was the accepted center for the European banking community because of its long-standing and universally recognized neutrality. Further, the gold-based Swiss franc was the benchmark for all manner of commodity, currency, and multiplied-based debenture exchanges. This predominant position needs to be re-established. A new central location for a true value currency system is to be decided upon and put into operation. This new center will serve as the exchange and control point for the new value-based global currency system. At the same location, various multinational corporations are to be recharted and made responsible for the environment and societies they affect. The place most favored for this role, once again, is Switzerland. In the past few years, a succession of moves was put into effect to prepare the world's economy for some drastic yet vital changes, and then to carry them out swiftly. The condition of the world in which you live requires that the startling decrees once announced be manifested rapidly and according to a sequence that guarantees their enactment. The three main goals are debt forgiveness, personal and national, universal prosperity, and a new financial and economic system. Each of these components is interdependent. The success of one relies on the achievement of the other two. Because of these requisites, a covert repositioning of the world's major corporations is underway. Furthermore, a series of clandestine moves changed in critical ways the role of the little-known International Bank of Settlements. This bank is presently reworking the relationships between itself and the planet's true central banks. This led to a number of secret accords concerning the future of international true value currency banking. A string of conferences was held to set up a program for re-establishing precious metals-based currencies immediately upon the annulment of fiat currency debt. The decisions taken were adjudicated in camera, and the resultant documents now form the basis of the actions currently underway. The aim of this enterprise is to ensure that a new currency system be enacted on schedule and that a practical abundance program, tied to comprehensive debt forgiveness, be simultaneously rolled out. This massively complex and intertwined undertaking, prepared in strictest secrecy, has inevitably encountered some resistance which resulted in delays to its unveiling in the public arena. Be assured that all is indeed occurring as planned. In fact, the dark has unwittingly given the go-ahead to some of these changes as a result of misleading information from our Earth allies. Bear in mind, dear ones, that fighting fire with fire, that is, using deception, is occasionally necessary to overcome a most powerful foe. One which has ruthlessly maintained a situation that could quite easily have been alleviated almost a decade ago. This duplicity compelled our Earth allies and us to seek out another path to our goal. Be that as it may, the prime consideration here is to comprehend that this end battle of words and deeds is to deposit you on the brink of your return to full consciousness. In the meantime, The intention is to force a fait accompli upon the dark, which will leave it with no choice but to recognize their Waterloo and reluctantly hand over the baton to us. Most of the joint spade work for this moment of checkmate is done, and all that remains is the carrying out of the predetermined divine timetable. Concerning the above-mentioned spade work, large centers in Switzerland, Hong Kong, and America have been set up to coordinate a huge global data stream collected by their agents and by a special diplomatic liaison group provided for them by the Galactic Federation. These centers are also intended to function as decoys whose purpose is to confuse the dark, especially its major governmental unit, the illegal U.S. regime. We tell you this because we want you to know how industriously the Earth allies are working to procure this victory. Once the corporate manpower and equipment is safely moved into place in Swiss territory, Switzerland is to be proclaimed sovereign, neutral, and inviolable. When this is internationally accepted, Switzerland is to request that a new United Nations headquarters be established there. The charter of the new UN is to include a section itemizing the social and ecological responsibilities of all nations and all multinational corporations. The highly specific wording of this edict has been hammered out behind closed doors over the past 6 years. In anticipation of the moment of open proclamation, personnel and equipment have been moving surreptitiously to Swiss territory. These worldwide announcements will set the stage for the huge transition of your world into a temporary realm that permits you to perform your rites of planetary guardianship. These include making large inroads into alleviating the global pollution crisis and helping the most endangered locales and biospheres to not only survive but to truly prosper. This activity lies at the core of ending the horrendous destitution and strife that characterize too much of your world's reality. When your world passes into this transitional phase, it marks the start of our formal recognition, which in turn leads to the actual mass landings and open first contact. Our mission is to shepherd you through this time and prepare you for your final period of metamorphosis in the friendly realms of inner Earth. Here you can grow, unfettered by the energies of the top-seed world, into the magnificent beings that you truly are. It is these beings who are destined to help unfold the divine plan in this galaxy. Remember that we come to provide you with the means to complete these last stages swiftly, safely, and joyfully. The newly remodeled Earth and upgraded solar system are to be the home of your new star nation. This star nation is prophesied by the sages of this galaxy to be the bringer of permanent peace between the light and the dark. It is to be the birthplace of the great light that is you and which is to be known throughout all of physicality. This wondrous destiny is behind all that is happening on your world. Never lose sight of the fact that a momentous battle between the last dark cabal and the forces of light is indeed coming to its fated conclusion. Your victory is preordained. It is only the timing that has not yet been revealed to you. In this, we are of one voice when we ask you to focus on the truth of the bigger picture surrounding you. In this message, we gave you a few more glimpses of the extensive as yet hidden activities going on out there because we want you to get a bit of a handle on some of the changes being prepared. It is all too easy to be aware only of the time factor involved and hence become discouraged. Also, the turmoil of this time can pull you in and fill you with illusory anxiety. This is why we stress to you, time and again, to retune your dial away from the mayhem out there to the clear inner knowing of your divine destiny. Remember, together, we are indeed victorious. Today, we added more details of what is actually happening around you. As always, we ask you to go with your intuitive judgment, to celebrate the many good things happening within you and around you, and to look beyond the breakdown of the old order and the seemingly endless delays. A divine time of festivity and rejoicing is fast approaching. We now take our leave. Blessings, dear ones. Know in your heart of hearts that the perpetual supply and infinite abundance of heaven are indeed yours. Salamat Majan. Salamat Kasidaram. Syrian for rejoice. And be blessed in heavenly love and joy.